Gee, that's for me.
Are you kidding? With that pussy of yours, you couldn't win a round trip to Staten Island.
Oh, it's probably a fix anyway.
Okay, girls. Style Wear Beauty Contest. Get your application form here. Round trip to Europe. $1,000 worth of clothes. Style Wear Beauty Contest. Come on, you look as though you like one. Style Wear Beauty Contest. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Kathy. What are you doing tonight? How about you and me having something to eat at Tony's?
Meatballs at Tony's. That's your idea of a real swell time, huh?
So what's wrong with that? It's what everyone else does.
Yeah, that's just it.
$0.50.
All right, go.
Pair of faces.
Where you been?
Window shopping.
What do you think's about his clothes?
On her, they look good.
Shouldn't go walk on the streets this time of night. Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Let's not wait
Andy, Frank.
or hesitate,
Shut that thing off, will you?
but take our love while we may.
Kathy, will you please?
Till the morning.
All right.
You there, Woody?
Yeah.
Quarter. All right. Raise your 4 bits. Quarter. Oh, straight.
Don't touch me.
What's going on?
Frank, I swear I never touched her.
Pigs eye, you didn't.
Willie, lay off, will you? You know how Kathy don't like guys handling her.
But, Frank, I tell you, all I did was put my...
Touch me again and I'll kill you.
Kathy, give me that bottle.
You stay away from me, too. You're no better than the rest of them.
Little Buster one.
And make sure she drops the bottle first.
You'll have more respect for your old man.
He ain't my old man. He's my stepfather.
So what? Ain't I looked after you good all these years? Didn't I take care of you after your mother run
In
off?
rags and filthy hand-me-downs.
I dressed you fine.
I was ashamed to go out in the streets.
Same as your mother. Nothing was good enough for her, neither.
That's why she got out of here. It ain't always gonna be this way for me, either.
Sure. One day you're gonna be dressed in furs and evening gowns and riding around in a big limousine.
Hey, get me in me eyemine and me gorgeous evening gown.
Very charming.
Hot boy.
You rang, madam, huh?
Yeah, the butler bottled me a spotted tea.
Right now, old boy. Pity the guy that gets mixed up with her.
You know something? She ain't been the same since that thing that happened to her when she was a kid. If you want my opinion.
Nobody asked your opinion. Deal the cards.
Sure. What'll it be?
Coffee. A glass.
I thought you didn't like this place.
Changed my mind.
Have you changed your mind about me, too? About coming out with me, I mean. Look, why don't we go out on the town? Have ourselves a ball.
All of us?
Oh, strictly from hunger. They're just playing up to me because of the beauty contest. They don't stand a chance. But you, Kathy, you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life. Honest. Kathy, give me a break. Let me take you out again sometime. I'll take you some real nice place. Something fancy. Honest, Kathy, there ain't nothing I wouldn't do for you.
What about the beauty contest, Mike? Really think I'd stand a chance?
Are you kidding? Why, you paralyze him. You knock him cold.
Might even win a trip to Europe, huh?
Well, maybe not the first prize. That's big stuff. But there's plenty of other prizes, and...
What do you mean?
Well, the first prize, Kathy, that's a lot of money, and... Well, you know how it is.
How is it?
Well, we have big advertisers, and they have to be taken care of.
Do the advertisers own the newspaper?
No, my old man does.
I see.
It was up to me, Kathy. You'd win the first prize. Believe me.
But it isn't up to you, is it?
No.
Well?
Look, Kathy, just suppose I could do something. Maybe if I talk to my old man. Would it make any difference? I mean...
Tell you what I'll do. I'll let you know the day I win. Mr. Lewis?
Eh? What can I do for you, young lady?
I'm sorry to bother you so late, but I couldn't get away from work any sooner, and I wanted to be sure my application was in time.
Your application? Oh, for the beauty contest.
Yes.
I should have guessed, a good-looking girl like you. Thank you.
I'm afraid it's not a very good photograph.
Hmm?
Is it all right?
Yeah, it's fine. Did you fill in the application form?
Well, no, I had one, but I lost it.
Oh, I got plenty here. Look, come over here. Here you are. There's a chair. You just sit down there. Here's a form.
Thank you.
Pen.
Thank you. I ran all the way.
You did? Miss Katherine Allenbourg.
I was afraid I was going to be late.
No, you're all right. The contest doesn't close until Saturday.
Oh, good. There.
Thank you.
Wouldn't it be wonderful if I could win? All those beautiful clothes. Trip to Europe. Sounds so romantic.
Oh, you never know. Oh, thank you. You're certainly the prettiest girl I've seen so far.
It's very kind of you. What's this? The press?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so complicated.
The press is getting old. Like me.
I don't think you're old, Mr. Lewis.
Oh, well.
Finished?
Yeah. You know, printing a weekly journal ain't like running a big newspaper. It'll still be news tomorrow. Right now, it's time for dinner. Did you have your dinner yet?
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't. Always put off having dinner. It always means I have to eat alone.
Would you like to have dinner with me?
I'd like that. Very much.
I get my coat. They say a man is never so foolish as when he's past 50.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I'm getting some crazy notions about you.
What kind of notions?
Like wanting to look after you.
That's not such a crazy notion.
I guess I'm just feeling sentimental. Or maybe I've had too much to drink.
Sam, you're one of the nicest people I've ever known. You don't have to be afraid to say what you think. Not with me.
Thank you. Paulette. Summers.
I'm making out.
All right. Summers. Paulette.
Summers.
Allenbourg. Paulette.
Summers.
Summers. Allenbourg.
Jackson.
Paulette.
Jones.
Allenbourg.
She must have something.
Here. Allenbourg. Paulette.
Allenbourg.
Now, don't go away, folks, because tonight's the night you've all been waiting for. And this is your host of hosts, Ken Baker, welcoming you to Miss Styleware Night. And here they are, the 6 lucky finalists, one of whom you, Joe Public, have voted Miss Styleware of 1956. Ain't they beautiful, folks?
Beautiful.
Well, hello there, and what's your name?
Julie Summers.
Julie Summers. Well, what about that, eh?
Well, what about that, eh?
Okay, so which of you luscious beauties wins that free trip to Europe? All expenses paid, and the $1,000 first prize. Who is the lucky lady? Well, stick around, folks, because I've got the answer right here. And remember, folks, it's your choice. Here we are. The winner of this year's Styleware Beauty Contest, Miss Styleware of 1956.
Oh, tell us for Pete's sake.
Miss Katherine Allenbourg. Well, come on out here, Miss Allenbourg, and let's have a good look at you, huh? Yes, sir. Joe Public sure knows its own mind. Well, Kathy, you must be pretty excited, huh?
Kathy, where are you going in such a hurry?
I've got to get home. Got a lot of things to do.
I thought we might have dinner together, a sort of celebration dinner.
Not tonight. Thanks anyway.
Kathy, you look so beautiful. Real beautiful.
Thanks. Thanks for everything, Sam. Goodbye.
Kathy.
Sam, I've got to go. Don't touch me.
Kathy, why are you like this? You told me you liked me. I believed you. I fixed you so you win the contest.
Why, you stupid old fool. Don't you see, Pa, she's made a sucker out of you. Out of both of us. Well, you're nothing but a
You tried to buy me. Both of you with a contest. You men just don't like it, do you, when your dirty game is played back?
You're not coming back, are you?
What do you think?
Kathy, I just want you to know I did the best I could for you.
Here. So long, Frank.
Stewardess, how do you lower this seat?
May I, sir?
How's that, Mr. Reisner? Quite
Yes.
comfortable?
Yes, yes.
Will you have your hot milk now, sir?
Yes.
A glass of hot milk, please.
Yes, sir.
I have the Brenner contract here,
Yeah.
sir. I made the amendments. Will you read it through, sir? Good morning.
Oh, morning.
I know it's a pretty coney routine, but I can't help feeling I know you from somewhere.
Really?
My name's Tim O'Banion. And you're Kathy Allen.
Are you a private eye, Mr. Bannion, or just a public snoop?
I looked at the passenger list.
Steward,
Yes, Mr. Reisner?
champagne.
Yes, sir. A well-iced steward. Of course, sir. In case you're curious, you've just been smiled at by a $2 million steel corporation.
Really?
Would you like some coffee?
Oh, love some.
Steward? Yes, sir. 2 coffees, please.
Right away, sir.
Cigarette?
No, thank you.
You from New York?
Boston.
Are you, stopping in London?
Mm-hmm.
Where are you staying?
The Mayfair Hotel.
Very nice. Vacation?
What about you, Mr. Bannion? Why are you going to London?
I work for Dahl International. Mr. Collins presses a button in London, and O'Banion comes a running.
Mr. Collins sounds like a very important man.
He runs the whole show. He gets about $140,000 a year for pressing buttons.
That's a lot of buttons. What do you do?
I make television films.
Oh, you're a television producer.
The way I guess I am. Now I know. You were on TV the other night. Miss Styleware, of course. Only it wasn't Kathy Allen. It wasn't Allenbourg or something. You better watch that Boston accent, Miss Al.
You do a lot of walking, Mr. Bannion?
Huh? Oh, yes. I guess I must.
Why don't you try walking back to your seat, hmm?
If you need me,
I'll press a button.
Yes.
Excuse me, I wonder, would you care to join me for a little drink?
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. I'll go ahead and see if the car
Yes,
is there.
take this, please.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, please.
Miss Allen, if I may give you a lift to your hotel, my car will be here.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Mr. Reisner. I forgot to tell you. Mrs. Reisner is here.
Daddy! Daddy! Daddy!
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, Miss Allen, has been very pleasant meeting you. Perhaps. No, perhaps not.
You know, the gold rush days are over. You need just a little more than a pick and shovel to strike a rich these days. Bye.
And may I have your passport? Good afternoon, Miss Buckham.
Good afternoon. Your mail, Mr. Buckham.
Thank you. And Lady Dalton, would you bring her back?
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Buckham. 354. I hope you have a very pleasant stay in London, Miss Allen.
I'm sure I will.
This way, please.
You know, it's a reasonable deduction that you have my key and I have yours.
You're quite right, sir.
There you are, madam.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Is there anything more you require, madam?
No, thank you.
Thanks very much, madam.
Oh, just a minute. Hope you don't mind American money.
Not at all, madam.
There you are.
Thank you very much.
Hello?
Oh, hello. This is the man next door.
Yes?
Larry Buckham.
Oh, yes, Mr. Buckham.
I was just wondering if I could offer you a little English hospitality and take you out to dinner. I know it sounds a little fast, but
You're right. It is pretty fast.
I just thought perhaps you might be in need of an escort. Hello, you still there?
Oh, yes, Mr. Buckham. I don't want you to think I'm the kind of a girl that accepts a dinner invitation on one phone call. However, I am hungry.
I'll be down in the lobby in 15 minutes.
Well, it'll take me at least an hour to get unpacked and dressed.
All right. When you're ready, come down.
All right.
Goodbye. How long are you staying in London, Kathy?
Oh, I suppose until I see everything there is to see.
And then?
I was thinking about going to Paris and then Rome.
But what?
Well, it's not very much fun traveling alone. My papa used to say that a pleasure that is shared is greater.
Your father sounds like a very wise man.
Oh, he's a wonderful man. Very elegant, warm, generous. And as you say, very wise.
You know, Kathy, I'd like to photograph you sometime. I'm not quite sure what sort of a mood I should catch you in. Your face changes
Right, old man, would you mind moving your chair? Your chair, old man, I can't get through.
Why are you trying to get through here anyway?
Well, old man, all I'm asking you to do is just...
All you're asking me to do is to completely disorganize myself simply because you want to get by and you haven't got the common sense to go around there.
Anything wrong, Mr. Buckham?
What is it, darling?
I'll tell you what's wrong. This chap's asking for a punch on the nose.
That suits me fine.
Now, Mr. Buckham, if you please, gentlemen. All right, old man, all right. Don't get excited. Keep calm. I'll go the other way. Well, it's been nice knowing you. Have a jolly time.
What's it all about?
I'm very sorry about that, Mr. Buckham.
How about some more wine?
Thank you.
Good night, madam. Good night, sir.
Would you like to come and have a drink?
No, thank you, Larry. No, Larry, don't. Please don't. I'm sorry, Larry. I guess I'm tired.
Shall I call you tomorrow?
Good night.
Good night.
Mr. Buckham telephoned to say he'd be delayed a few minutes.
Oh.
Oh, Miss Allen.
How are you making out, Kathy?
Oh.
Are you winning?
You know, Mr. O'Banion, you have the sort of charm that I find completely irresistible.
Waiting for someone?
As a matter of fact, I am.
How about a drink while you're waiting? After that hotel bill, you probably need one. Besides, I owe you an apology.
What for?
The way I behaved in the plane. And I apologize much better over a dry martini. It's 10 after 6. Bar's just open. Come on. What would you like?
Dry sherry, please.
Scotch and water, please. When are you going back to America?
I don't know.
What are you going to use for money, or is that a silly question?
Would it surprise you to hear I'm looking for a job? You see, you can be wrong.
What sort of a job did you have in mind?
It depends. I was wondering if maybe you might be able to help me there.
And I thought for one beautiful moment you were here because you enjoyed my company. What do you want a job for?
Quite a silly reason, really. I like to eat. And I thought maybe you might know someone at Dowling's, like Mr. Collins or someone that...
You've got a good little memory. But do you make notes as you go along?
I guess I should have known better than to expect any help from you.
Sure, I can help you. Dowling's are crying out for staff. I can get you a job tomorrow.
Really?
How's your dictation speed? Can you type 150 words a minute? In the Brenner filing system, I expect you understand that thoroughly. Mr. Collins, a great one for system. You have a slight knowledge of company law, of course. That's absolutely necessary. And don't forget we're an advertising firm. It'd be nice, although not essential, if you had some understanding of our business methods. What can you do, Kathy?
I know how to operate a Cornelli sewing machine. I can tack a seam, sew a hem, sling hash, wash dishes, and keep the customers from pawing me.
Sounds pretty grim.
Don't worry. If I want something bad enough, I'll get it.
I'm sure you will.
Sorry I'm late. I got held up.
Oh, Larry Buckham, Tim O'Banion.
Hello. How you do? Well, shall we go?
So long.
See you.
All right. Now, still.
How was it?
It'll be all right.
What's the matter, Larry?
Nothing.
Come on, say it. Get it off your chest. Do you good.
Who was that man you were talking to in the bar at the hotel?
Just someone I met coming over on the plane.
I didn't like him.
But I wouldn't exactly vote him the most popular man of the year.
Is this the sort of thing I shall have to expect from now on?
What do you mean?
Do I only have to be 5 minutes late to find you've picked up some stray character in a bar? Is that the sort of girl you are?
Good night, Larry.
Kathy, Forgive me.
It's Larry.
The words just came out. I love you, Kathy.
Larry.
I love you very much.
Don't say that, not...
I want to marry you, Kathy.
But you hardly know me.
I want to marry you. Please say yes.
I can't, Larry, not just yet. I need time.
Oh, darling, take all the time you need, only...
Good night, Larry. VOAC?
Yes?
Oh, this is Kathleen Allen speaking. I flew in last week from America on a round-trip ticket, and now I decided to stay. Can you tell me if I can cash in the return half of the ticket?
Certainly, madam.
Good.
Can you call in?
Yes, thank you, I will. I'll drop in later on this afternoon.
A-P-D space S-L-A space. Good. Very good indeed. P-A-B space L-A-S space. Carriage. Return. Dear sir, we are in receipt of your letter of the 14th instant, for which many thanks. Your esteemed order is now in hand, and we beg to advise you will be delivered before the end of the month.
Mr. Larry Buckham's suite, please. It's magnificent. I've never seen anything so beautiful.
Neither have I. To us. I must say, I've picked a fine time to go away for a week.
You're going away?
I have to earn a living. Pretty soon I shall have a wife to support.
When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
Oh, well, a week goes by very quickly. Besides, I've got a million things to do. For one thing, I've got to get a wedding dress.
Well, I better let you have some money.
No, Larry. Thank you, but it wouldn't be right. Not before we're married.
But what difference does it make?
Well, a lot of difference. To me, anyway.
All right, if that's the way you feel.
Besides, I've managed to save a little money. Well, I could always get a job.
Look, Kathy, I want this to be the most wonderful day of our lives. I want you to have everything you want. Now, here's what you do. Go to Marshall's, the department
Larry,
store in Piccadilly.
Absolutely.
Choose whatever you want and tell them to charge it to me.
Isn't
I have
right.
an account there.
It just isn't right.
Well, why not?
Well, I suppose it would be all right in a way. You wouldn't get the bill until after we were married.
Oh, darling, what a sweet thing to say.
Larry, you're so good to me.
It's the finest watch in the world, madam.
Lovely. Charge it to Mr. Buckham's account, please. I'll take it. Needn't bother wrapping it. I'll wear it. Charge it to Mr. Lawrence Buckham's account, please. Very good, madam. Charge it to Mr. Buckham, please. Mr. Lawrence Buckham.
£710. Mr. Buckham's account has never gone over the 200 mark before.
That's why we thought you ought to know about it, sir. When we had no reply to our letters, we sent Connor round to the Mayfair to talk to Mr. Buckham.
They said he'd gone abroad. We must tread very carefully here. Don't want to upset anyone. At the same time...
£1,100 is £1,100, sir.
Yes, Sutton. Perhaps you'd better have a quiet word with his fiancée, Miss Allen. Very good, sir. And be tactful, Connor. I'm an old hand at these situations, sir. Leave it to me.
Good morning, Mr. Buckham. Did you have a nice trip?
Fine. Is Miss Allen in her room?
Miss Allen left, sir.
No, I mean Miss Kathy Allen, the American girl.
That's right, sir. She left yesterday morning.
But where did she go to?
I don't know, sir. She left no forwarding address. Ed, your mail, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Buckham, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Buckham.
What the devil is the meaning of this?
It means you owe us £1,110, Mr. Buckham.
Come in here, will you? You must be mad.
Here are the bills signed by your fiancée, Mr. Buckham. Come in.
I don't believe it. Someone in your department made a mistake.
We are very careful not to make mistakes of this nature, Mr. Buckham.
Look, just let me get hold of my fiancée. I'm sure she can explain everything.
She already has done. And it wasn't a pretty story either.
And who the hell are you?
Letting her get a trousseau together. Then pawning the lot just to pay your debts.
Now, wait a minute, Connor.
What the devil are you talking about? What do you mean, what debts?
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Now, Mr. Buckham. There's no need for that sort of thing.
And what kind of a game are you trying to pull here?
We have no time for games here, Mr. Buckham.
What are these?
Pawn tickets, Mr. Buckham. Don't tell me you've never seen a pawn ticket before.
Now then, Mr. Buckham. Sergeant, stop him at once. He's gone mad.
You better send for the police, I think, sir.
Yes. Sutton.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Mr. Collins is extremely busy, but he'll see you if you don't mind waiting a few moments.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Collins? Right away, sir. Mr. Collins will see you now, Miss Allen.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all right.
Miss Allen, sir.
Oh, come in. Sit down, will you? Yes. I see. I'll be very good. Thank you. Goodbye. Yes. You mentioned in your letter, Miss Allen, that you know our Mr. O'Banion.
Yes, that's right.
Well, quite honestly, if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have seen you. You see, Mr. Turner is our personnel manager. Still, I see you come from the good old secretarial college. They appear to think very highly of you. Well, I'm very much afraid you're really not experienced enough for us.
I learned very quickly, Mr. Collins.
Hmm? Oh, well, yeah, perhaps I could talk to Mr. Turner myself.
Yes, Mr. Collins?
Mr. Turner, will you please?
What are you doing, Miss Allen?
I'm taking these letters in for Mr. Collins to sign.
Your job is out here, working for me, Miss Allen. You never go into Mr. Collins' office. Is that quite clear?
Quite.
Is he in?
He's waiting for you, Mr. O'Banion.
Well.
Good morning.
I'll say this for you. You're a very determined person. You know where you're going, how to get there, just like a subway train. And you can type. Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable.
Look, Mr. O'Banion, I've got work to do.
Astounding, incredible, unbelievable.
Here's a dictionary in case you get stuck for some more words.
Look, you just wait till Dale Carnegie hears about you. Look, Kathy, I swear I won't breathe a word to anyone. How did you do it?
You're sitting on my carbons.
Well, that ought to make an impression. There's only one thing that bothers me.
What's that?
Collins. He's not a bad guy, really. Pays his taxes. Good to his wife. It's a pity. Shouldn't happen to a dog. What are you filling your pen with? Cyanide?
Look, funny man, would you mind spreading your sunshine someplace else?
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
What is Mr. O'Banion?
Women, Miss Russell. Women.
Good night, Miss Allen.
Good night, Miss Russell.
Good night, Mr. O'Banion.
Good night. How about my buying a working girl a little dinner?
You again.
He's got to eat. But he just live on vitamin pills.
Very funny. You know, Mr. O'Banion, if you asked a girl nicely, maybe she'd say yes.
Miss Allen, I'd deem it a great favor if you'd join me for dinner tonight.
Okay, let's go. I'm starving. Believe it or not, I'm having fun.
You know something?
What?
I feel I've just met you for the first time tonight.
What do you mean?
Oh, I thought I had you all figured out.
And now?
I find you can be very warm and understanding.
Glad you changed your mind about me, Tim.
Ain't you gone home yet, miss?
Not yet, George.
What about Miss Russell?
She went to the mailroom.
Your men come back from Birmingham yet?
Not till Monday.
I thought it wouldn't last forever.
Well, good night, miss. And don't forget to put the lights out.
I won't, George. Night.
Good night.
Hello?
Hello, Miss Russell. Collins here.
Oh, yes, Mr. Collins. I'm afraid Miss Russell isn't here at the moment.
Oh, who's this then?
This is Miss Allen.
I like that. Miss Allen, will you look in my office and see if you can find a folder with J. Richards' account written on it? It should be the top drawer of my desk.
Yes, sir. Just a moment.
I have it right here, Mr. Collins.
It is very important. Tell Miss Russell to bring it to me tonight. There's a train at 9 o'clock.
What hotel are you in, Mr. Collins?
The Central, but she knows that. Are you sure you've got all that?
Yes, I'll tell her right away. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Man. Oh, no. Wait a minute. What? What on earth are you doing here?
I'm awfully sorry, Mr. Collins, but I couldn't find Miss Russell, so I brought you the documents myself. You said they were important.
Oh, yes, of course, yes. Well, won't you come in?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Take your coat off, too.
Thank you. You know, this is all rather fun for me. Rushing here with important documents. Quite a change from being a Miss Nobody at the typewriter.
Oh. You care for a drink?
I would. Oh, never mind. I'll fix it myself. Sit down. You look tired.
Yes, I'm pretty tired. It's been quite a day, Miss Allen. Oh.
Yes, I'm sure it has. But successful, I hope.
Oh, yes, very successful. But, oh, am I whacked.
Here you are.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, cheers.
Cheers, Mr. Collins.
You know, funniest thing happened today. I was talking to Bob, what's his name? Anyhow, Bob. And he said, do you know what he said?
No, what?
You know, Miss Allen, you're a very beautiful young lady.
You're very kind.
You're very beautiful indeed. Very beautiful.
Mr. Collins. Mr. Collins.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You know, I've got to get to bed. I've simply got to get to bed. Oh! Are you willing that? You'll forgive me.
Of course, of course. Good night, Mr.
Good night. I...
Good morning.
Oh, what's it? Who's there?
Breakfast, sir.
Wait a minute, I'm coming.
Yes, sir.
You can leave the things there with you.
Yes, sir.
You know, this may sound silly, but I've forgotten your name.
It's Kathy. Remember?
Kathy, of course. You know, if anyone found out about this...
They won't. Not from me.
Thank you.
Here you are, Steve.
Oh, is this the lot?
That's it.
Very well, then, let's go out and have some dinner.
I'm afraid not tonight, Steve.
Oh?
I've already made other plans.
Oh, I see.
Did you remember to speak to Pelham before he left about the Overton deal?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I don't think you should leave it much longer. Langfords have already put in a bid.
And Pelham will be in Munich until Friday.
No, he won't. I spoke to him at the airport this morning. He's going to stop off in Paris and stay there until you get there on Wednesday.
Kathy, you're wonderful. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Neither do I.
Kathy.
Oh, not here, Steve. Somebody may walk in.
Anyone who comes in gets fired.
Steve, about the Overton deal.
Yeah, I know. I'm seeing Pelham in Paris on Wednesday.
Oh, good.
By the way, they like your TV films. I think we have a deal there.
How did old man Dowling react to them?
Oh, he liked them, too.
Looks like we're in business.
I hope so.
See, you've got a new secretary.
I thought you knew her.
No, not really. Takes quite a time to get to know a girl like Kathy Allen. Well, good night, Steve.
Good night.
I've never driven a car before.
You're telling me.
Now what'll I do?
Just leave it here till the cops catch up with us.
Want to come out for a drink?
If you insist.
Hold it a minute. I'll turn on the other light. Tim.
What's the matter?
I don't know. Drink now. It's over there.
Too far away.
couldn't this have happened to me before?
Before what? Collins?
You're always at me, aren't you, Tim? Always needling me. Why?
Don't you know? He'll never marry you.
What makes you so sure?
I know Collins. I've been working for him for a long time, remember? Take my word for it, Kathy. This is one thing that not even you can make happen.
Want to take a bet?
You'll find out.
Okay, Mr. O'Banion, the party's over. I think you better leave.
You don't like anything that isn't complicated, do you? If it isn't complicated, you mix it up a little bit. Most girls like to go around with guys their own age. Single guys who maybe one day will propose to them. Not you. Not Kathy Allen.
Girls like me don't usually get proposals. Just propositions.
I wonder why.
What gives with you, Kathy? What's twisted you up? Do you need love so badly you're afraid of it? What do I have to do? Show you my bank statement?
Get out.
You better start looking for another job, O'Banion.
Dowling hired me. He'll fire me.
How often has he been here?
Isn't that my business?
I don't see it that way.
What way do you see it? Can't I have friends of my own? Do I have to stay around this apartment and wait for you to drop in whenever it suits you? It's no good, Steve. I can't go on this way.
I thought you were in love with me.
When you love someone, you want them all the time.
That's not possible. You know that.
That's why this can't go on.
What do you want me to do?
Just leave me by myself, Steve.
I can't do that. You become a part of my life. I couldn't give you up now.
What about Virginia? Isn't that another part of your life you can't give up? You've got to decide, Steve. You've got to make up your mind.
All right, then. I'll tell her.
When, Steve?
After we get back from the meeting in Paris.
It looks like you're going to have to be in London by Wednesday. Yeah, what's up? Excuse me. Welcome to Paris, Kathy.
Thank you.
How about a drink?
If I will.
Hi, Tim. Hi, Chester. How are things in Rome? Fine. It's Chester Wainwright, head of our Rome office. Married with 6 children. What do you have?
Dry martini.
Scotch and soda.
Dry martini, scotch and soda. Oui, monsieur.
How have you been, Kathy?
You seem very sociable tonight.
Why not? It's part of my job. Being social.
Voilà, monsieur.
Merci.
I've got news for you.
Oh.
Steve and I are going to be married.
Really?
Seem to find it amusing.
I do. Huh?
Hello, Steve.
Hello.
Hello, Tim. How are you?
Fine, Virginia. Just fine.
Virginia, this is Miss Allen.
How do you do?
I've heard so much about you from Stephen, Miss Allen. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Virginia! Hello, how are you? Virginia.
Hello, Dad.
My, it's good to see you again. You're looking more like your dear mother every day. I hope you're looking after her, Steve. She's the only daughter I've got.
I'll do the best I can.
Hello, Tim. How is it? I like your TV films. All those a piece of good there. I hope so. And who is this charming young lady? Miss Allen, Mr. Dowling, president of Dowling International. How do you do, Miss Allen?
How do you do?
And do you work for me? I don't know. I don't get around now like I used to.
I'm your son-in-law's secretary.
Well, what do you know? Virginia, your husband has taste. You should be flattered.
Would you excuse me, please?
Of course. Why, that girl's beautiful, Steve. Really beautiful. How come she's working for an old stuffed shirt like you? Oh. Or maybe you're not such a stuffed shirt as you look, eh? You're a very lucky girl. You don't know how close you came to spending your honeymoon on a little old breadline, because that's where Collins will wind up if he ever walks out of Virginia. Still, I wouldn't give up hope if I were you. Why not try advertising? Wanted. Rich husband. Preferably somebody else's.
Don't leave, Miss Allen. I want to have a little talk with you. I thought you might like to know that I'm quite well aware of what is going on between you and Stephen. Oh, not that he told me. I just have a way of finding out about these things, that's all. Last time was the little girl he met in Munich. I must say his taste seems to have improved. I suppose, Miss Allen, you're going to tell me you're in love with Stephen. I see. How much are you in love with my husband? How much, Miss Allen?
You don't have to pay me off, Mrs. Collins. It's not that sort of relationship.
Just what sort of relationship is it, Miss Allen?
I happen to like my job. I've worked very hard to get where I am, and I don't intend to throw it away for anything.
Exactly what is it you want?
If I could get as good a job in the organization, away from London, I'd give you my promise I'd never see your husband again.
You're a very strange young woman. How about Paris? Would you like to work here?
I'm sure I would.
All right. I'll talk to my father tonight.
Thank you. Now I can understand why everyone gets so romantic in Paris.
It's a great city. And this is the way to see it. I remember I was about 18 when I took my first trip around Paris in an open carriage. Let me see. That'd be around the time Napoleon was fighting the Battle of Waterloo.
Well, then that should make you about 140 years old.
And yet, you know, the funny thing, I don't feel a day over 20.
Just like a castle in the fairy story.
You know what they say? All good Americans, when they die, go to Paris.
I never want to leave. I want to stay here forever.
Forever? That's a lot longer for you, Kathy, than just for me.
Oh, what a sad thing for you to say.
But it's true. Kathy, are you happy? You look as if you are.
I've never been happier in my life.
Do you think you could spare a few years of that life to make an old man happy, too? I know it's a lot to ask, but, well, we do get along together, don't we?
We get along wonderfully well, John. Wonderfully.
You know what I'm trying to say.
And you're saying it beautifully.
Non, le pli ne tombe pas bien ici. Attendez un instant, mademoiselle. Voilà, demandez.
C'est charmant.
Là, il y a une toute petite chose ici, voilà. Attendez. Ah, mademoiselle, je vous en prie, un petit instant, s'il vous plaît.
That'll be all for now.
But, mademoiselle, it is imperative that I finish the dress today.
Later.
Oh, allons, bien, on finira jamais. Oh, qu'est-ce que je vais faire? Ah non, c'est impossible. Absolument.
So you finally made it. Right up to the top. How's it up there? Not too chilly, I hope. Mind if I have a drink?
What do you want, Tim?
From you? Not a thing. Besides, if there was anything I wanted from you, you wouldn't give it to me. You might lend it to me. I wonder how old you were, Kathy, when you discovered how little you had to give to get.
Did you come here to be insulting?
Probably. Well, your little 10th Avenue dream has finally come true. Now you've got everything you've ever wanted.
Have I?
Oh, don't tell me you have doubts.
It's the way things have worked out.
Worked out? Things don't just work out for you, Kathy. There isn't a single thing that's ever happened to you in your whole life that you haven't planned and figured out all for yourself.
I didn't plan to be born in a stinking slum, to be raised with hoodlums as playmates.
So what makes you so special? 1,000,000 other dames have been born in the dirt and haven't wound up like you, baby. No. You've got a kink. Somewhere inside that beautiful little head, something got twisted up. What happened to you, Kathy? What stopped you loving like everybody else? We've all got some love in us somewhere. Who killed it in you? Who cut your heart out? You can't say it, can you? You're in love with me and you can't say it. So you're gonna marry Darling. I guess that figures. You're not there yet, Kathy. Not the way you're headed. And you're headed in the wrong direction. Because you're in for one big surprise, baby. Old man Dowlin's gonna live to a ripe old age. It runs in the family. Still, You're a pretty smart little cookie. You'll think of something. Something to give him a little push along the way, like dropping something in his drink one night.
Stop it.
Or the wrong kind of medicine. There are a million ways.
Stop it. Stop it.
You're the only one who can stop it, Kathy.
There's a call for you on the telephone, madam. Will you take it in here?
Yes. Hello?
Is that Mrs. Dowling?
Yes, who's this?
You wouldn't remember me. I'm just someone you passed on the way up.
Who is this?
The honeymoon's over, Mrs. Dowling. Better make the most of what you've got, because you won't have it much longer.
Hello? Hello?
Who was it, dear?
I don't know.
Thank you, Raymond. Have John bring the car around, will you?
Very good, sir.
Bonjour, madame.
It's 1:45.
Good morning,
Don't be
darling.
late.
I know. By the way, dinner at the Claytons tonight.
I can hardly wait.
Well, they're not very exciting people, I know, but if I bring off that deal with Clayton, you'll be hearing that Bentley for Christmas. Can't be a bill. They never have that effect on her.
My dressmaker's ill.
Well, goodbye, dear. I'll be home when I leave.
What's the matter with you, Kathy? You're so irritable lately. It's not like you.
I'm just sick and tired of always being used as a social asset. Entertaining your dreary friends just so you can make another big business deal.
These deals mean a lot of money to me, Kathy.
Money?
And that's something I should have thought you'd appreciate.
You'd think you'd made enough money. You'll never live long enough to spend it all anyway. So why don't we enjoy it while we can?
I thought he...
Appelle la police.
So after you received this telephone call and the letter, you took your husband's gun and you kept it in your bedroom. Do you still have this letter, Madame Darling?
No. I destroyed it.
Didn't you show it to anyone?
No.
Not even to your husband?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Look, I tell you, there was someone. I saw him. I heard him. I was terrified. I thought he'd come to kill me.
Yes, I know. You told me that.
I keep on telling you, but it won't sink in. Why don't you try to find the prowler instead of standing here asking me these stupid questions?
That is already being done, Madame Darling. If there was a prowler here tonight, we shall find him.
I did not see anyone prowling about outside, and I certainly did not hear anyone trying to get in.
Did you hear anything at all?
Oui, monsieur. I heard Monsieur Dowling go downstairs, and I hear him come up again. Then I hear shots. I go to the room of Madame Dowling, and I find Monsieur lying on the floor. And she is standing there holding a revolver.
I was bringing them back from a dinner party. There was an argument. She said she had had enough of dinner parties. Then she said something about him making money, but not living long enough to spend it all.
Did they often have such arguments?
They argued, monsieur, but they were married.
So, Madame, you believe that Madame Darling married your father for his money?
What do you think, Inspector?
Did he look after her well?
Gave her everything she wanted.
Yes, but perhaps this was not enough,
On my father's death, she inherits something like £1 million.
And after that, Mr. Collins, she became your secretary.
Yes, that's right.
You were going to leave your wife for her, were you not, monsieur?
Yes, I was going to, but I didn't.
Why not?
Because she found out that if I left Virginia, I'd lose my job.
Because Monsieur Dowling was your father-in-law.
Yes.
And so she married Monsieur Dowling. Forgive me, monsieur. Was she in love with you?
She despised me. She hated me as she hates all men.
All men? Surely, monsieur, there must be one man she loves. There is always one man. Are you in love with her, Monsieur Bannion?
That's a question I've often asked myself. I'm not sure I know the answer.
Love and hate often travel side by side, Monsieur Bannion.
So I discovered.
Do you think Madame Darling murdered her husband? Thank you. Pardon me. But you did tell her that one day she would murder her husband. Didn't you, Monsieur Bannion?
We all say a lot of things we don't really mean. I don't believe she murdered him.
So you believe this story about the prowler?
The truth often sounds highly improbable.
In this case, monsieur, it's not improbable. It's fantastic.
You think she deliberately killed him?
Don't you, Monsieur Bannion?
I have concluded my part of the investigation, madame. A higher authority must now take over. You will have to appear before the juge d'instruction. I regret, madame, but I must place you under arrest on a charge of murder.
Merci, monsieur.
Oui, on dirait. Oui, c'est lui. Le voilà qui est. Il a fait une nouvelle preuve.
Non, m'écrasez pas.
C'était pas un taxi qui arrive là-bas?
Non, la voilà.
What's the score? Guilty.
Murder?
Well, what do you think? It's the guillotine for that babe.
La voici! Je te dis que c'est elle, moi,
Who are you? They told me downstairs your name was Henderson. That isn't true, is it? We met once, remember? I'm a friend of Kathy's. What are you doing in Paris, Buckham?
I have work to do here. I'm not completely finished, you know.
Weren't too busy to go to the courthouse just now.
Right. I just went there. Curiosity, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess that figures. If she'd done to me what she did to you, I guess I'd be pretty anxious to find out how she was going to wind up. You know, we're pretty much in the same boat, you and me. I thought I was going to marry her, too. Only she used me like she used you. There's quite a few of us, you know. Maybe we ought to start a club. Pretty satisfying feeling knowing she's finally going to get what's coming to her. Hey, Buckham?
I'm glad she's going to die. I died. In every way that a man can die, I died.
Except you're still breathing, Buckham. In a couple of weeks, you won't be. Must give you quite a kick to know you're the one guy that can get her off the hook. You were at the house, weren't you? Weren't you, Buckham? You went out there to kill her. You were going to kill her because you're so stupid and vain you think 6 months out of your life is worth the whole of hers. Well, it isn't. It just doesn't figure except in that screwy mind of yours.
Would you like a drink? It's pretty cheap stuff, I'm afraid, but it's effective.
Kathy ever tell you anything about herself when she was young?
No. Why?
happen to people when they're young have a lasting impression. Especially the bad things.
Really?
They're liable to spend the rest of their lives kicking the world in the face because they get kicked once themselves. When you know the reason why a person's bad, it makes it a little easy to understand. Here. Well, now you know. Do you still think she deserves to die?
But she murdered her husband, didn't she?
Do you really believe that? In any case, she deserves a fair trial. Without you there, Buckham, it wasn't a fair trial. You were the prowler, weren't you? All right, so now you're even. Right now, she's sitting in a death house waiting to die. Hasn't she paid you back for what she's done to you? Give her a break. The only real break she's ever gotten in life.
What do you want me to do?
Get your coat. Hello, Kathy.
I see you from London.
I want you to know how much I appreciate everything you've done. You were the only one that believed in me.
I thought they were going to let you go. I didn't figure on a manslaughter charge.
3 months when you didn't think you had 3 weeks to live isn't very long. Besides, I guess I earned it one way or the other.
A little while ago, I would have said you did. But not now. Ever since that happened, you've been treating all men like hoodlums. But it hasn't paid off, Kathy. It's left you empty and dead inside. You've been hating so long, you've left no room for love. And that's the one thing you need above all, Kathy. Love.
Tim. Is it too late for us?
I don't know, Kathy. I really don't know.